And it comes down to in-group bias. Now, this bias is courtesy of our early days in the human species, where you really wanted to be part of a tribe because the tribe meant safety, food, procreation, all the good stuff. The way that has manifested to our brains in our world today is that we tend to want to stay in the in-group so badly that we might even appear to agree to actions or beliefs even when we actually disagree with them. And that in-group could be your team at work. It could be your family, your friendship circle, your sports team, your community group, whatever it might be. The fact remains that nobody wants to be pushed out of the in-group. And the flip side is we tend to think less of people outside of our groups. There is a wonderful 2005 experiment that tested this bias. The researchers set up an experiment where participants were chosen because they were fans of the Manchester United Football Club in the UK. But they didn't know that's why they were chosen. Okay, so that's a caveat to this. So the participants were asked to complete a questionnaire about how much and in what ways they liked their favourite team, and they were required to write down the name of the team. So they were primed to think of themselves as Man U fans. They were then told they had to walk elsewhere for the second part of the experiment. And as they made their way to the second location, somebody fell over and hurt their ankle. Now, the person that fell over was actually a researcher in disguise, and they weren't actually injured. But here's where it gets interesting. In the scenarios where that researcher was wearing a Man U jersey, the participants were significantly more likely to help them. In fact, 12 out of 13 participants stopped to help. However, when the researcher fell and was wearing a Liverpool jersey, so a rival team, only 3 out of 10 participants stopped to help. Now, this experiment also tested whether tapping into a broader identity, so your identity as a football fan in general, not just as a specific team fan or a Man U fan, they tested whether that would have a similar effect. So this time, the questionnaire people were given was about football in general and being a fan of football, not of a specific team. And when the researcher pretended to fall, no matter what jersey they were wearing, most people stopped to help. So in short, tapping into people's identity impacted how likely they were to help someone considered outside their in-group.